Hi, welcome back to Enlightened Tarot. I thought I would do a pick a card reading today. Today the topic is what inner wounds need to be healed. What wounds need light shined on them. So for pile number 1 is Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have Blue Lace Agate. And for pile number 3, we have Amethyst. So if you need to pause the video, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and focus on shining lights on your inner wounds, and pick whatever pile is calling to you intuitively. While you're doing that, I do have a bit of a message, a little message for you. So I am getting that there are a lot of negative mental energies that we need to clear out of our mind. And I feel as if these mental energies are coming up because of the Pluto retrograde that we are currently in and the Mercury retrograde that we are currently in. The Pluto retrograde is all about bringing up heavy, deep feelings that are associated with different wounds. And it does this to help us heal our wounds, to make them known. And a lot of this time, this can present itself as anxiety, mental energies, stress, worry, doubt about certain situations that we're facing in our life. So, if you're having certain problems that are coming up in your life and you have no idea why they're happening, it's because there's an inner wound that's demanding to be dealt with, and it's going to continue wreaking havoc on your life until you can heal it. And this wound lives in your subconscious mind, so it's controlling a lot of the things that are happening in your life. And then we really need to learn to connect with our inner child and our higher self, because when we are connected with our inner child and our higher self, it's easy to see inside yourself. It's easy to meditate. You receive signs and messages from your higher self and your inner child all the time if you are connected with them. And it has helped me tremendously to be connected with my inner child and my higher self. And another thing as well is a lot of the wounds that a lot of us are experiencing, a lot of the trauma and problems and patterns, a lot of it is ancestral karma that has followed us into this life from our family members. If your mom or your dad or grandparents have experienced traumatic things before you were born, it's possible that they passed it down to you through your DNA. So it has unfortunately become a part of us through our DNA. So that is definitely, something that we all need to work on, is getting rid of that ancestral karma, sending it back to whoever it belongs to. It can even be from past life ancestors as well. So, meditating, doing guided meditations for ancestral karma, connecting with your ancestors, and just letting that go, setting the intention to let it go is a huge thing. So I'm going to get started. with the reading. So for pile number 1, we have Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is all about creativity, healing, connecting with your solar plexus, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, balancing out the physical things in your life that has to do with your personal willpower, loving yourself, connecting with your family, loving your family. So Tiger's Eye. So the first card that we have is Three of Pentacles in reverse. So, Three of Pentacles is all about balance and bringing things into fruition. As you can see, the red, the blue, and the orange here, and the green, it's talking about your root chakra and your sacral chakra and really speaking your voice, and living, from your heart. When you can live from your heart, you can learn to, balance out everything and to love yourself. And loving yourself is speaking your voice, and it's grounding yourself and taking care of yourself physically, taking care of your family, being around family as well. And I feel that a lot of the issues that pile number 1 could be facing is a lot of financial stress. You see the Three of Pentacles here. It's at the bottom of the mountain, and you want to be at the top, but you're stuck down here. And you just keep looking at that mountain and telling yourself, like, I'm never going to get up that mountain. Like, that's too difficult. And this mountain may also be an issue that's going on in your life in regards to, finances, family, maybe infertility, or if you're having some type of, physical health problems related to your kidneys or your, reproductive system. You may be facing a lot of depression and fear and anxiety because you can't get up this mountain, or at least mentally you think you can't get up this mountain. Like I said in the beginning of the video, one of the main things that we need to do is clear away the mental negative energy. You keep thinking that you can't get up this mountain. You keep thinking this mountain is in your way. But in all reality, it's not. It doesn't actually exist. It's all in your mind. So when you're trying to look at your inner wounds to see what is causing this financial, situation, does it have to do with your family? Does it have to do with when you were a child, when your parents told you they couldn't afford something, or when your parents told you that if you wanted to succeed in life, you had to work hard? I feel a lot of it comes from our childhood, from our parents telling us something, or our parents constantly arguing about, finances. Because with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it talks about there's something off balance here, between your finances and family and speaking their truth. There's a huge imbalance here with that, and a lot of it stems from your childhood. So a big thing for this is there's tons of meditations that you can do to help get rid of this ancestral karma that your parents gave to you. Tons of shadow work meditations that you can do to, go and speak to your inner child, connect to your inner child, and, tell them that whatever was going on with your parents had nothing to do with you, and that you are 100% capable of being financially stable. You don't have to adopt the same patterns and habits that your parents adopted. You can be balanced, and that life is not work, 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 work. Life is 20% work, 80% the universe. So if you have that mindset that you have to work hard to get here, that's something you need to let go. That's a negative mental limiting belief that, that you need to let go of. So yes. Your root chakra. You need to open your root chakra. You are living from your root chakra, but your root chakra is off balanced. It's closed, and it is causing all of this negative and mental energies towards this mountain here. If you're depressed or facing anxiety or stress, due to your finances or even your career, you think that you can never make it to the top of your company, that you'll never get promoted, you're always going to be stuck down here. That's because you're living in your root chakra, and your root chakra is off balanced. And a lot of people, they think that they can I'll balance my root chakra and then I'll jump from my root chakra to my heart chakra. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to go up the line. So you balance your chakras and you work your way from your root to your sacral to your solar plexus and then to your heart, and so on and so forth. So to get rid of this energy, you need to meditate, you need to do some shadow work, you need to go back and you need to see who gave you those limiting beliefs, who told you that it was hard to get through life, who told you it was too difficult to succeed, who gave you those money issues. Go back, connect with your inner child and learn what happened. And, to get rid of these negative energies, heal your root chakra, balance it, and start living from your heart. One is all about new beginnings. When you can start to heal this wound that you occurred when you were a child from your parents, and you can balance your root chakra and start to, move up, you're going to experience so many new beginnings in your life. And you're no longer going to have this, Three of Pentacles in reverse energy. And I have a little note from the universe here that says, you have more options than you realize. There are so many ways for you to go about certain situations. You're not stuck with where you're at. You may think that you are stuck. You may think that there's only, a certain way to go about things, or that this is my life now, I accept it, No, there's so many ways, so many better ways to live, so many options to choose from. The back of the card says, it sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. And you can, the universe, yes. This goes back, who gave you this limiting belief? Back in your childhood, if you were abused, or if your parents were super strict and, told you that you have to work hard to get what you want, you may, resent them for that. You may be angry at your parents for that. And the more anger that you have towards them, the more this is going to persist. So send them love and light and let go of that, because it's not affecting them, it's affecting you. So, yes, let go of the pain, let go of the anger, let go of the fear, and live from your heart, okay? That is a huge, huge thing. And like it said, you have more options than you realize. Tiger's Eye is all about creativity. Use your, creativity to figure out a solution if this is a work problem and you're not sure, what is going on, and why you can't, promote yourself, why you're not getting promoted. Think of creative ways. If you're having financial difficulties, there are so many resources out there for you. So, don't think that you're limited, because you're not. You're never limited. You're not limited, I promise. And I have so many videos on my channel about how to heal your inner wounds and different ways to manifest. So thank you, pile number 1. I hope this resonated with you. If you have any more questions or you want to read in depth, please find me at on Facebook at Enlightened Tarot. I do free readings. So if you want to learn more about this inner wound and how to heal it, please message me there and I will be more than happy to help you. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, you have the blue lace agate. This is all about speaking your truth, being honest with yourself, receiving, clarity. If you are confused right now about a situation or, something going on in your life, maybe get some blue lace agate, okay? Because, blue lace is good for opening the throat chakra, and when our throat chakra is off balanced, we tend to be extremely confused and we don't know how to express ourselves. We don't know what decisions to make. So if that is something you're going through right now, blue lace agate, okay? It will help you tremendously. So the first card that we have is the 3 of Cups. So for this reading, your problems, your wounds that you're facing may have to deal with family situations. Your wounds that you're experiencing, were you possibly treated as the black sheep in your family? Were you the outcast? Maybe you even lost your family or a certain loved one. Is very possible, because there's a lot of yellow, orange, and red here. So it definitely has to, one of your issues that you're currently experiencing is coming from your family, or it's even possible now that, your family is constantly, reminding you of all of your problems and all of the mistakes that you've had, and you can never seem to get away from the past because of it. But the key thing to remember is your family, anyone, the only time that someone can really hurt you with their words is if you let them hurt you with your words. If you let the words bother you, then you accept that vibration, and therefore you continue to live in the past. So some of it may be also fertility. Maybe you guys, whoever picked pile number 2, maybe they're having difficulties with starting a family. Maybe they can't, or maybe you can't get pregnant, or you have been pregnant in the past but you keep having miscarriages, or ectopic pregnancies or, something of that nature. That's, it's kind of what I'm feeling right now, and I feel like a lot of it, has to do with health issues. You may think that you're healthy, but obviously something is going on to where it's preventing you from, having a child. So, this is time to, look at your life. Look at the physical things you're doing. If you're stressed out, if you have anxiety or depression, that can heavily, prevent your body from being able to conceive. If you're overweight, that's another big thing as well that could be preventing you from having a child. Or, anything else, if you have kidney issues or, you're just not eating healthy or exercising, there's tons of things that can relate to not being able to conceive a child. That's really, I'm also seeing divorce. It's possible that when you were a child, your parents separated. As you can see here, there's a gap between the birds. So it's very possible that, parents may have gotten divorced when you were a child, and maybe you took that on yourself. Maybe you blamed yourself for that divorce, or maybe even one of your parents blamed you for the divorce. Maybe your parents got pregnant at a super young age and they weren't ready to have a child, but they had a child anyways, and it really halted a lot of their plans. And subconsciously, they forced, they reflected that, projected that onto you without even realizing it. And a big thing to remember is our outside worlds are mere reflections of what's going on inside of us. So, if your parents were projecting that onto you, it had nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. It was, purely them, and they were just projecting it. They weren't dealing with it in a healthy way. So, it's, give back that ancestral karma, okay? It doesn't belong to you. Give it back. Next we have dedicated effort. So many of us may be artists of some sort, and maybe we're experiencing a lot of difficulties or resistance or blockages with our art, or even with not maybe our art, but maybe selling our art or getting ourselves out there. And a lot of that is because we don't feel worthy. Our families, when we are a child or even now, don't support us with our dreams. They don't support us. They have never supported our dreams, and they just make us feel small. And so that may be holding you back in some way, from achieving your dreams or your goals, or even preventing, maybe, with the blue lace agate, maybe you feel that you can't express who you truly are because of, you're afraid of what your family and friends may think, or, something, something along those lines. You can't express yourself because, you feel like your family's going to judge you even more, or maybe your parents don't agree with that. Maybe your parents want you to, be a doctor or a lawyer or quote unquote get a real job or something like that. And so they don't support what you do as an artist, whether you're a painter, a writer, if you want to pursue acting or modeling or singing, dancing, whatever the case may be. your parents may not, or your friends and your family may not support you, and that's causing a lot of issues in your life right now. But the Eight of Pentacles, dedicated effort, it's all about working hard. And, with the blue lace agate, it's, speaking your truth, being honest with yourself, and that means standing up for yourself as well. It doesn't matter what our families want for us. Our families aren't living our lives. And a lot of us, I know some people can face, oh, well, my parents, they're not going to pay for it, or, they're going to cut off all of my funding if I choose to continue to pursue this. But, that's not always, that's just a thought we have. It's possible they may say that, or that's something we may think. But, maybe, they won't cut you off. Maybe your family won't cut you off. And if they do cut you off, I feel that whatever you're doing is divine. The angels are shining down on you. They're cheering you on. This is, divine. Whatever you want to do, whatever dream you want to pursue, your angels have your back. So if you feel that you can't pursue your dreams because your family won't support you financially, that's a limiting belief. You will find a way. If this is meant to be, if this is what you're supposed to be doing, the universe will divinely support you and guide you to ensuring that this becomes accomplished, that your dreams come into fruition. But you have to put in the work. You have to speak your truth. You have to express who you truly are, no matter what the people around you think. So yeah. And once again, with the paint, there's orange and green in there. Don't worry about what your family thinks. The paint's dripping off, it's down. It doesn't, their family doesn't have anything to do with this. It's all mental energy. It's all limiting beliefs that you need to get rid of. And you need to express yourself and live from your heart chakra, okay? And our note from the universe says, give yourself much more credit. Yes, whatever you are doing, if your family may not support you, or they may not think that you're good enough to do something, or you may not be pretty enough to model or good enough to dance, or you may not have a good enough voice to sing, but that's all negative mindset, negative energies coming from the people around you. Give yourself more credit. You deserve more credit because your angels are cheering you on. So that means that this is something you're meant to do, okay? So give yourself more credit. A stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships. And those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are in or who are bad at relationships. Oh, see? Wow. Even though I use preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. Please ponder. So don't think that your parents know or your friends know what they're talking about. Nobody knows what is best for you except you. You know how you feel. You know what you want out of life. And everybody is different. We're all on our own paths. So your family may not understand what you're going through at this time because, they don't get it because they're not you. You have to do you. You have to go after what you want. A lot of us, and even myself, tend to focus on the people around us, and we don't want to hurt the people around us. So we continue doing what they want us to do or what is best for them. But you're not benefiting anyone. And, part of me feels that, whoever it picked pile number 2 Whatever you're doing is going to bring so much to the world, so much to the universe. So not only are you hurting yourself by holding yourself back from this dream that you want to create, you're hurting the world from not bringing forth your beautiful gifts and talents. So learn to live for yourself and learn to look after yourself and what is best for you. And if these people who don't understand you, if they're meant to be in your life, they will come around. And if they're not, then they're not, and you're going to have to let that negative mental energy go. So I hope this resonated with you. If you need more clarity on this reading pile number 2, I offer free readings, free personal readings at my Facebook page, Enlightened Tarot. My link will be in the description box below. So please don't hesitate to contact me if you need more information on this, and I can truly help you. So thank you and have a blessed day. So on to pile number 3. Pile number 3, we have the amethyst. The amethyst is a beautiful crystal and a great crystal for opening your third eye. The amethyst is all about connecting with your higher self, connecting with your angels and your spirit guides. So amethyst. The first card that we have is the 10 of Wands in reverse. The 10 of Wands is all about heavy burdens, anguish, sadness, depression, and Wands are heavily centered around creativity, creation, spirituality. And as you can see, there's all these wands, here, and there's a clearing in the background, but you're blocking yourself from getting to that clearing with all the negative and emotional energy that you're experiencing right now. But the thing to remember about the 10 of Wands is that tens is all about endings and new beginnings, okay? So whatever that you're going through at this time, it's going to end, all right? It doesn't last forever. And a lot of it has to do with yourself. You have the ability to get rid of this 10 of Wands. It's all in your mind. All of it is in your mind. So you need to change your perspective. You need to connect with your angels. You need to let your angels heal you. I feel like a lot of you don't have a relationship with your angels and your spirit guides and your higher self. And your angels can help you remove these blockages, but you have to ask them, because we live on this 3D earth, we have free will, and they cannot step in unless you ask them to step in. So, they can help you. You just have to ask, okay? Next, we have the 6 of Wands. If you believe it, it's possible. Believe and succeed. A lot of you, whatever is currently blocking you in your life at this time, it's not actually real. It doesn't actually exist. It's all in your mind. You think that it's not possible, but it is possible, okay? It's possible to get rid of this. It's, if you're experiencing difficulties at work, if there's people around you who are constantly bullying you, if you're experiencing, financial hardships, or, if you're going through the dark night of the soul right now, or you're having a lot of, issues, pop up around that, if you're constantly having car troubles, or you're constantly late for work, or you're, missing your alarm and sleeping in, or, little things are, falling apart here and there, It's because of your mental energy. This is all, everything that's going on, it all has to do with your mindset. You're not focusing on the positive things, you're focusing on the negative things. If you believe that, things in life are hard to come by and that you just have bad luck, and if you believe that, things are never going to change, they're never going to change. They're going to continue happening and continue persisting in your life. But if you believe that, change can happen, if you believe that you have good luck and abundance and prosperity, it's going to happen. Whatever you believe in, whatever you think in, or you're thinking about, is going to come into fruition. So if you want more abundance, prosperity, good luck, wealth, happiness, love in your life, you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, it's never going to happen. And you're going to continue staying in this 10 of Wands energy, okay? And you need to connect with your angels and you need to speak your truth. You need to speak up. You need to, speak to your angels, connect with the divine. You need to open your third eye chakra. First off, you need to open your throat chakra, balance that out. Get your third eye chakra open and, get your crown chakra open. Connect with the divine. All right, you're holding yourself back because you don't have a good relationship with the divine. And they cannot step in if you do not ask them. That is the biggest issue that you're facing in your life right now. It's just these little things are persisting because you don't have faith. Maybe you don't believe in, a religion, or maybe you think religion is just bad in general, or, maybe you don't believe in God or the universe or the divine or angels, and, you're having a lack of faith. And that could stem from your childhood, or maybe you're just so tired of everything that's going on that you just decided to believe that nothing exists out there. But, that's not the case. And that is what's holding you back. If you don't have faith, then, when you don't have faith, you're believing that God and angels don't exist, and therefore they couldn't help you even if they wanted to, because you don't believe that they exist. So, if you have faith, then you're believing that they do exist and they can help you. But you have to connect with them, okay? And then convince yourself and not others, all right? That is huge. You are living from your lower 3 chakras, all right? You're not living from your higher chakras. And that is what's greatly affecting you. You are trying to convince everyone else around you, but you're not. You're trying to convince everyone else around you that you are okay. You're, living through life or going through life acting as if everything is okay, but it's not. All right, you need to, change your mindset, and you need to heal whatever wounds that you have around faith. And understand that faith is absolutely everything, okay? And you need to start convincing yourself. The back of the card says, the need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationships is always self-serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. So yeah, what insecurities do you have that is causing this negative energy? Do you not think that you're worthy enough? Do you, not think that you deserve a good life? Do you not think that, you're worthy of, abundance and prosperity and love? And where does that come from? What did you experience in your life that caused you to lose faith? To think that you weren't worthy of it, that even if you did believe in faith, that God would never help you in the first place. Where did that come from? Ask yourself, where Did I pick up the belief that faith does not exist, that God doesn't exist, that I'm not worthy, that I don't have love, I'm not worthy of love, I'm not worthy of good things? Where did that come from? Okay? Ask yourself where it came from and heal that part of yourself and start to have faith. Even if you don't truly believe it, that you have faith, keep telling yourself every single day, I believe in something. It doesn't have to be God. No matter, where you're from, what you believe in, whether it's, some mythological, god or goddess, or if it's the universe, or even the divine spirit, or just your higher self, guardian angels, spirit guides, whatever the case may be. Tell yourself that you believe. Even if you don't, you keep telling yourself, fake it till you make it. You will soon, truly start believing, and things will start to change in your life. And it's not just with faith, but it's with positivity. No matter what happens in your life, wake up every day and tell yourself, today is going to be a great day. Tell yourself, I am loved, I am worthy, I am important. Keep telling yourself that until you finally believe it. And you will eventually believe it, I promise you. So that's all I have for pile number 3. If you need more clarity, more questions, more guidance on anything, I do free personal readings on my Facebook page, Enlightened Tarot. The link will be listed down below, so please, if you need help, please feel free to book an appointment with me, and I will be more than happy to help you. So I hope this resonated with you. Thank you, and have a great day.